Hey friends, good morning. It is 9 o'clock and we ran out of cat litter, which I don't know how that happens. I guess when your stockpile is not super organized and you decide to kind of take a break from purchasing a lot of items for a month, you run out of cat litter. So we scooped it this morning and went to refill it and there is none. So luckily for me, there is a Dollar General literally at the end of our neighborhood, although I'm looking and it shows I have no gas, like to the point that I need to ask my husband to make sure I can get there. Hey friends, welcome back to OsoFarm. Today we are busy in the kitchen and doing some homeschooling. We are feeling better and getting back into the swing of things. Tonight we are bringing dinner to a family at our church that had a house fire. So we've been praying for them and are thankful there's a small way that we can help them. So I'm making them Six Sisters stuffed chicken or honey lime chicken enchiladas. It's one of our favorites. And I made this angel food cake just based on the recipe on the back, although I'm making it in 2 loaf pans instead of the big round pan, bundt cake pan, I think that's what it's called. So I just got those in the oven. It's almost lunchtime, so I'm going to get lunch going since we're gonna be kind of out and about driving tonight to get this dinner to them. We're gonna have a bigger lunch and probably just sandwiches for dinner. So from a few days ago on my calendar, this is our August calendar, and I don't hold myself to exactly the date. It's just these are the things we need to eat up this month, and then the fruits and stuff that'll go bad first we eat up at the beginning of the month. But back here on Monday, today is Thursday, on Monday, I was supposed to make Frito Pie for lunch and I didn't do that. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch that out for today, and then we'll have some leftovers. And then it said we were gonna have baked potatoes tonight, but we'll probably just, maybe I could still do that. I don't know, we'll see. But we're gonna do something simple for dinner tonight. This was frozen, or this was chicken that I had cooked and shredded and frozen. So I took it out of the freezer today and thawed it. And I'm adding a tablespoon of chili powder and garlic powder. Okay, and then I'm gonna add 6 tablespoons of honey. Probably gonna have to set the camera down to get this out with the spatula. Okay, and then 5 tablespoons of this lime juice. This is what I bought at Azure Standard. So we're gonna add that and stir it up and let it marinate for probably 3 or 4 hours. Okay, into the fridge. This is my kind of sad looking gluten-free, it's kind of hard as a rock too, sourdough bread. I've not had good luck with the gluten-free, but our sourdough that I made last night looked really great, and I couldn't taste it because of celiac, but I think everybody enjoyed it this morning. So here is our Frito Pie. I just browned ground beef and drained it. Added a can of kidney beans that I did not drain, a can of tomato sauce, and taco seasoning, and we're gonna serve it with corn chips with Fritos with cheese on top. Does that sound good?
Sounds fantastic.
That's like the word you said on the last time.
Hey.
And then my little friends here kind of sunk, but they're still gonna taste good.
I thought you were supposed to hang those upside down.
Well, we're taking dinner to that family, and so I thought this would be easier to transport one of these to them than that big round one. So
makes sense.
Yeah, I didn't know how to hang this upside down. without crushing the top of it, you know?
Right. Yeah.
Okay, so make your bowl.
Awesome. So chips on top or chips on bottom? I mean,
It's up to
what do
you.
you like? That is you, me,
You,
Isaiah,
me,
Everett.
Isaiah, Everett,
Esme,
Elizabeth,
Elizabeth.
and Esme, and then Zeke is here cleaning out his new car. So yay for us. We get to have one for them. I think he will need a little bit of cheese. Okay, so the chicken is done marinating, and I just spooned about this much into each tortilla. And we have our tray for our friends here, and then I'm making enough for the kids to have some. And then we're gonna rinse out this bowl and mix up the topping. Okay, so I'm kind of changing up the recipe a little bit. I did this because I ran out of something last time and I thought it tasted better. So this is a cup of heavy cream, and then it calls for 16 ounces of green enchilada sauce. This is mild, which I'm using. This is a 10.5, I think. Let's see. Oh, this is 15. Okay, so I'm just gonna add an ounce of this. I buy this at Sam's. This tomatillo garlic lime salsa. This is why I wanted to grow tomatillos. And if you watched my, whoop, wish I had a little bit, maybe a little bit more. That's probably more than an ounce, but it's kind of, sorry about that, kind of splashed up in my face. Okay, so we're gonna stir this up. We're gonna stir this up. And pour this directly over these quesadillas.
These Betty Crocker ones.
And we are topping with Monterey Jack cheese. I would usually do pepper jack, but I don't know. They have younger kids, and so sometimes people, kids especially, can kind of not enjoy super spicy. And this is fully cooked. You know, this just really needs to be warmed up. And then this is just enough for the kids to have the same thing too. Okay, so we've added a can of Rotel to this, 1 can of refried beans. She is gonna blend this up. I'm gonna add some cream cheese. This is our cream cheese from Azure Standard. In a perfect world, you might measure it. I'm just gonna squeeze out what I think looks similar to a block. And we have loved this. I bought some and have it frozen. Okay. She's gonna blend that up, and then I'm gonna add some shredded cheese. Go on a little bit higher. Might not give you a big enough bowl. Here's some of it. Okay, we're adding some cheese. Good? All right, so we're gonna spoon this. Oh. Okay, so I sprayed that. Get a spoon, spoon that in. That's all right. All right, get that in. I know you don't do. You're awesome. I'm just trying to rush and get it in the oven so that I'm not late at the car place. Perfect. Okay, we're gonna pop that in the oven here. Right here.
That would have been terrible. Something else.
All right, so I got the angel food cake out, the little loaf, and then I'm gonna wrap this in tin foil, and Esme is gonna finish cutting the strawberries for them. Okay, so I have their chips and Cool Whip and strawberries and everything ready to go. We are supposed to leave in 3 minutes to make it to the car place in time. We won't be late delivering dinner to our friends, but we're trying to kind of go into town just this one time. So hopefully I have it on convection oven. It will bake fast enough. We can maybe leave 5 minutes late. I did that earlier too, where I thought I was filming and I wasn't. It was when I was pouring the cakes into the pan, and then I was like, oh, it wasn't going. And then Isaiah was all, well, pour it back in the pan, in the bowl, and then pour it back in the pan. And I was like, no, they don't need to see it that. So speaking of cake, we took the dinner to the family. They were so sweet. And we were showing them what everything was, and then what happened, honey?
We didn't have a cake. You had the topping for it. You had the whipped cream and.
Yeah, so then I made Brian go look in the car, thinking maybe I left it in the car, and then I said, oh, I'm so sorry, at least you had strawberries and Cool Whip. Oh my God. So, I mean, you do what you can.
Hey, more
So
cake
then
for
it
me.
ended up being kind of an impromptu date night for us, in theory. I guess we're alone, so it's considered a date. And I sweet talked him into taking me to BJ's Brewery.
It's a hard word to say.
I don't know. I
Brewery.
always get the comments for how I don't say things right.
Brewery.
So anyways, they have a gluten-free hamburger bun that is yum. So we both got bacon cheeseburgers. And then our Isaiah is turning 18 this next week. Next week. So we're running in here to the mall to grab him a few gifts, and then we need to really be heading back home in the next like 30 minutes. So anyways, we're gonna close out this video. Thanks so much for watching, and we will see you soon.
Bye.